Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Poppy and I do makeup videos, and today I'm going to be using the Morphe 39A palette. So I'll show you the inside of that one. It's so beautiful, I can't wait to use it. I'm not cool enough and didn't get the James Charles one yet, but we'll see. I might have to put that one on my Christmas list. Now, for my brows, I've already done them, and instead of using the ABH pomade like I usually would, I tried out the Makeup Revolution one, and it's in the shade Ebony. So I think it did a pretty good job, pretty similar to how the ABH one usually goes. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. So I've used my Makeup Revolution concealer and I'm just going to spread that out with my brush. I'm just going to make sure there's no creases. Just going to use the pointy bit of the Beauty Blender just to make sure. But I'm not going to set my concealer because I'm going to try this palette without that. Oh, and for my concealer I use the Unique Cream Shadow Brush, which you can also use for concealer. Okay, now onto the Morphe palette. I'm trying to figure out what kind of look I'm going to do. I really like the look of this red shade, so I'm going to use that one I think, and that's the shade Snatched. Now I do still have this bit of plastic so I can kind of tell what the colours are, but I'll probably just show you anyway because I don't want to be holding that up every time. But to start off with, I'm going to go in with this shade here. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. brush to pack on the concealer. This one doesn't have a name. And pack that one into my outer corner. That is really pigmented, that is nice. So I'm going to take that shade and just pop it all around. I think I'm going to do kind of like a halo eye. So I'll pack that all on and not really blend it out yet, just to build up some colour, although with these shadows it doesn't look like you really need to, because it's really pigmented anyway. I'm feeling much better now considering my last video I sounded pretty sick. Getting there, still a little bit, but a lot better than I was. I'm going to take this pretty high up. Okay, so it looks a bit messy at the moment, but we'll get there. Now I'm just going to get this Unique crease brush and pop a little bit more colour in there to deepen up the crease. Although this colour's pretty dark anyway, but I'm going to go in with that shade there. Try. So it's kind of made it a bit more of a berry colour, I would say, rather than like a grape kind of colour. So that's that done. And now I'm just going to get a bit of this shade here and pop that one just above. Half on, half off. So far these shades are blending together pretty well and they're very pigmented, so I'm going to pop that down for a minute because my hand's getting a bit sore there. So I'm just going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, the double-ended one that comes with their palettes, and I'm just going to blend that out. I should have popped some tape there maybe, but I'll clean that up later. So I've left like the tiniest gap, probably not as much as I should have, but I've left some room there. Have any of you got this palette yet, or have you got the James Charles palette instead? That one seems to be pretty popular. I've had a few mixed reviews and things, but most of them seem to be positive. So you pretty much just keep blending until your arm falls off. Okay. Now to do a bit of a halo eye, I'm going to get my cream shadow brush again by Unique and just pop some more concealer on that one. When I'm priming my eyelids with the concealer in the first place, I've just used the little applicator here. But when I'm doing the halo eye, I'm going to use this brush. I'm going to kind of look up and see where it goes. It's kind of where I need it to go to. Might just use a little bit, like the colour is coming through a bit, but that's okay. Cool. So now I'm going to go back to my palette and have a look at what colour I want to use on, like in the middle there. And I'm just going to grab this Morphe brush. Now this one doesn't have a name, but I'm going to go in with this shade here. All the shades so far have been really pigmented, which is really good. And I didn't want to do my foundation first in case there was fallout, but I mean, I can't really see any anyway. It's even better. I'm just going to dab that one on. Now, I think I'm going to use a bit of the K Rose B pigment. So first of all, I'm just going to get my NYX glitter primer because it's a loose pigment, so I want it to stick a little bit. I'm going to use this unique brow artist brush. Now, I will say now, if you haven't watched some of my older videos, I did used to sell uniques, obviously. I collected a fair bit of their makeup, which when I stopped doing it, I kind of sold the majority, like, that I hadn't used or anything, and gave some away to friends. But with the brushes, I mean, can't really have too many brushes, and they're not that bad. Like, I like them, so I thought may as well keep them. And also the good thing is they actually say like what they're for on them, because I'm hopeless at remembering anyway. So this K Rose B pigment is really gorgeous. It had the shade name, but I'll put it in the, it doesn't say it on here, but I'll pop it in the description below, is what I was trying to say. So I'll show you on the lid here, if you can see. So it's really nice. It's a nice pinky goldy colour. I'm just going to take some on my finger and pop it in the middle in the halo eye, just to make it pop a little bit more. I'm just going to dip my finger in the pigment pot. Wow, look at that. That pops a lot more. That is gorgeous. That is beautiful. I really do have to get more of these pigments. Like, they're only tiny, but like a little goes a long way. So, and they're really cheap too. So I'll leave the website of where to get these as well in the description below. But they're, yeah, really gorgeous. Okay, now I've done my eyes. I'll have to tidy it up obviously when I do my foundation and things, and I'll go under my eyes after I've done my foundation, I think, because there wasn't too much fallout, so I'll do that afterwards, I think. I hope it goes okay. Right, so I'll pop that palette away. I'm going to use the same foundation I used in my previous video, just because I really loved it. So it's a drugstore one. It's the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour full coverage foundation. I'm not very good at showing with getting it into focus, but anyway. And for putting the foundation on, I'm going to try this, pretty sure it's New by Nature brush. It's a powder brush, but I'm going to try the Erin Rose kind of method of popping on the foundation. I'm going to squirt some on my face, and then I'm just going to tap it in with my brush and try and let the brush do the work. I've been watching a lot of Erin Rose. Oh, and I already primed my face before I used the, I used a little bit of bio oil earlier, and then I used the Too Faced Hangover Primer as always. So I didn't think I would show that. I already did that off camera. So I'm just kind of patting that one into my skin. Yeah, I've been kind of a little bit obsessed with Erin's videos lately, and Kaylee MUA's videos too. So if you're not already subscribed to them, make sure you are. I will pop their details, like their channel URLs, in the description below. There's a lot going in the description now. I also ordered the P. Louise like eyeshadow base. That hasn't arrived yet, so I thought I would use my concealer. I kind of go between using two different concealers for my eyeshadow base. It's either the Revolution one like I used today, or the Too Faced Born This Way full coverage concealer. I'm just making sure this is all blended in nicely. Okay, now I think it's time for some concealer. So I'm going to go back in with that Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I love this concealer. I'm using the shade C2. Just going to pop that where I usually would. The only downside is these, it's not a very big tube, but there is a bonus because, where is it? They do have a supersize one, which I've got out here ready when I finish the other one. And I'm just gonna blend my concealer out with a beauty blender that I got from Kmart for like $2. So it looks very similar to not that one, this is actually the beauty blender one. It's a bit dirty, but pretty similar, and the reason it looks bigger is because it's damp. I think next time I use that Morphe palette I might do a more colourful look, but I don't know. I just love pinks, purples, oranges, all those kind of colours. I really need to start getting out of my comfort zone a little bit, I think, and using like blues and greens and things. But we'll get there. Okay, now I'm going to settle that with the Australis Banana Powder, which is here. I just need my powder brush. So there's the Australis Banana Powder. And I'm just going to use my Pout Cosmetics powder brush. So it just kind of brightens up your face, as well as setting the makeup. There we go. So that's kind of all set in place now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, like I always love to use, and I'm going to use my Tarte brush to pop that one on. Now this brush doesn't say it has a name, but I got them in a set a little while ago. I'm just going to pop that. Gonna find my cheekbones a bit more. And up on my forehead here. A little bit along my nose. Just gonna squish it a bit. Okay, now for blush, I'm going to use Essence Cosmetics Silky Touch blush. I really love this blush, as you can see, pretty well loved. So I'm going to get one of my Morphe blush brushes here. Again, these ones don't have names on them because I got those in another set too, like ages ago. So it probably has a name, I just don't know what it is, so sorry about that. enamel nice and pink. Okay, now I'm going to line my lips. Let me see what colour I want to use. Maybe just a nude one. I've got NYX. This one is in the shade Natural. That one's not quite as dark as I thought it would be. I might go over it with another one. There we go. I've got a Chi Chi one this time. This one's in the shade Wild Child. So it's a little bit more pink. That's a bit better. Both of these brands are pretty cheap. I do have a couple of MAC lip liners as well. There we go, that looks nice. And I'm going to go back in with that natural one just to fill in the rest of my lips here. Before applying my lipstick. Okay, and for my lipstick today, I'm going to go with the MAC Velvet Teddy. Love this lipstick. So there's that done. I now need to do, I'm going to do my bottom lashes now, I think. And I did pick up this eyeshadow duo from Kmart just before. It says it's in the shade Manchester by the looks of it. So I will just probably use that shade under my eyes. I just need to grab myself a little brush to pop that on with. Which one am I going to use? I did have my little elf one here somewhere. Oh, it's okay. I've got a little tart one here that I'm going to pop it on with. I'm going to pop that close to my lash line. Matches pretty well actually. Do the same on the other eye. There. And I think I might just grab this Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, and I'm just going to go in with the other shade on this side. Pop some of that in the inner corner now. It is a little bit glittery, but as I said, it was only $2. We'll give it a try. That looks okay, I think. Okay, now I'm going to go with some highlighter. Which one are we going to go for today? I've got so many. Sorry. Which one? I've got like all those highlighters in here too, and blushes and stuff. Got a fair few. Let's go with, so indecisive. I'm going to go for the Ofra Glow Goals one. That'll look quite nice, I think. So I'm just going to go in with my Real Techniques. This is a contour brush, but I'm going to use it for my highlighter. I'm going to go in and tap it off a little. I always love Ofra highlighters. They're always pigmented. Some here too, on my forehead, above my eyebrow, should I say. And a little bit on the end of my nose, and down the bridge of my nose. A little bit on the Cupid's bow. A little bit on my chin. Make me nice and glowy. Okay, now I'm just going to go off camera and do my lashes. I'll be back. So I'm back. I applied lashes. I used the Ardell Demi Whispy lashes, and they're all the style 120. You can get them from Priceline and Target and places like that, I'm pretty sure. So they're just drugstore ones. I don't have too many left. I usually get my lashes from Wish. But yeah, I've used pretty much all of those. And then all I'm going to add now is the Essence Shine 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 Wet Look Lip Gloss. And this one is in the shade For a Night Out. So I'm just going to pop that on top. I love a bit of lip gloss on the top, so I feel like I just kind of finished the look off. So here's the finished look. I hope you like it. I feel like, yeah, like I said before, I usually do pinky, goldy, orangey kind of looks. I don't know. I find them kind of, they look better, or on me anyway, or maybe I'm just, yeah, I haven't ventured into the blues and greens and things yet, which I probably will do in my next video, considering this is pretty similar. But I hope you like the look anyway, and make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.